Well, there, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to yet another exciting Monday show. This is Tshidi Lethwane. It can only be ManUp because it is 7 p.m. We are live on the Mzansi Urban Facebook page. Like every Monday, I bring you my favorite crush, my favorite man crush. Today is no different, but today is a bit special because ngileta ezasemzini, ezaseMakhaya. We are doing a family affair tonight. With that said, tonight's topic is one that is a bit tricky for me. Those that know me know that I'm technologically challenged. I've got two technically not challenged guys with me today. We are talking technology. More than technology, we are talking about transforming technology in Makhaya, the rurals. So these two brave young men are very brave. They decide, Bona, they're going to take it upon themselves to bring technology in Makhaya and transform the lives of young ones. I have with me tonight two directors of EmakhayaTech. They go by the names of Mthokozisi, Ntuli and Thabiso Lethwane. Tonight, we're going to have a conversation and they're going to tell us exactly how they plan on doing this, what their plans are, how they're going to execute it, and I'm just here to facilitate the talk and they'll do most of the talking. With that said and done, help me give a warm man up welcome to EmakhayaTech. Hello, 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 hello. Hi. You guys are mute.
No, we're not.
Okay, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. I mean, after that mouthful that I said, and then you guys just come here and you act all calm. Like I was waiting for a po 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 po. You know? Welcome to ManUp with Tshidi Lethwane.
Hey, thanks for welcoming us. I'm Mthokozisi. This is Thabiso.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity and hello to your listeners.
Kasha, your name is Mthokozisi, not Thabiso in Sesotho. I don't know. I'm thinking. That thought just came now. It could be, ne? Yeah. They all speak joy. Yeah.
It's more like Unjabulo.
Yeah.
Unjabulo. Oh, okay, but they're joy. Well, my Zulu says Thabiso and Mthokozisi is the same thing. But anyway, so guys, thank you for gracing us with your presence. Hope you're going to have as much fun as I'm going to have. So before we start with the formal things, can you just individually introduce yourselves and then say what you do outside of EmakhayaTech, just so that our listeners know who they are talking to. They have an idea of who Mthokozisi is and what Mthokozisi does and Thabiso. So Mthokozisi, I'll start with you. Tell us, who are you, where are you from, what do you do, and why are you here? I went alphabetically, so Mthokozisi comes before Thabiso.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fair enough. By the way, so should have started with me.
Yeah.
With him because it's the younger one.
Age for beauty.
Is the rural and his culture. So, Mthokozisi is my name. I'm an IT specialist for over a couple of years. From 2005, since I started being a developer officially after school. So I don't know how many years now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to count.
It's a lot.
16.
So I've got a passion with development and innovation. And then I run outside EmakhayaTech, we run a company called V2 Digital, where I'm also a director there. It's also a software development company. We do software development like mobile apps, web applications, integrations, and so forth. So I look after that business as well. And I'm a father of two kids. They already called me asking me where am I. So I told them I'm trying to get them food. So
you are somewhere South Africa.
Uh,
Somewhere in South Africa getting food for them.
Yes, and in a nutshell, I'm from Ntuli clan. My surname is Ntuli. That's my identity. Bokodi there. Yeah, very big family. So I thank them for the life they've given me. Without them, I wouldn't be speaking. So I represent all the Ntulis as I'm sitting here. So yeah, that's who I am. I value family very much.
Yeah. Let's hope you will represent them well and they won't disown you after this conversation.
Oh, definitely not. They're family, so even if I'm wrong, they'll still hug me. Yeah.
Over to you, young man.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Good evening to you and your listeners and your viewers. So yeah, I go by the name Thabiso Lethwane. I am a software engineer by profession. I'm from the dusty streets of Soweto. Grew up there, studied. But I did my whole study from Excel-Matric there. I studied at the UJ. I completed a diploma in software development. I've been in the industry now for plus 10 years. I've worked in various industries. I started working as a consulting, as a consultant. I started off actually as an intern and then moved through the ranks, worked as a consultant, getting exposure levels. I got exposure to quite a varied, what can I say? I got experience in different industries, building, solving problems using technology. So my knowledge is quite diverse in that space. And currently, I'm still working as a software developer. That's me in a nutshell. Outside of EmakhayaTech, I think I'm a pretty chilled guy, innovative, creative, and just always looking for opportunities to improve myself and add value to the community.
All righty then. Okay. Labua man, a whole 5 minutes to introduce yourselves. Yes. All right then.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. Let's start with the name EmakhayaTech. Like already the name is almost self-explanatory because Emakhaya is the rural and tech is the technology that you guys are experts in. All right. So how did that name come about? And how easy or difficult was it? Because a name is a brand, right? And the name introduces you before, like when you say I'm from EmakhayaTech, people are already thinking, EmakhayaTech, what is that? What do they deal with? So a name helps people identify you. It brands you in such a way that before you even come in by just your name, people know exactly what it is that you're doing. Was it intentional when you came up with that name? Like EmakhayaTech, who wakes up and thinks, I'm going to call myself EmakhayaTech? So tell us a bit about that name.
Okay, cool. Should I handle it? Okay, cool.
You can take it.
Yeah, so Emakhaya is in Nguni, it's rural.
Lalini.
Yeah, it literally means rural, it's Emakhaya.
Yeah.
And then tech obviously means technology. So because behind everything, we wanted to build something, we are building something that speaks to rural. So, and we wanted to also to identify with the people of the rural by calling it Emakhaya, because that's the first thing they hear. Emakhaya is like, oh, what's happening? So it's only self-explanatory, to be honest with you. The way other names, but I think this one was very catchy to mix both, because we are mixing both the rural and the modern, even both. EmakhayaTech, Emakhaya is more rural in the sense of its word, and tech is more modern, which is
so you just married the two.
Yes. If I may say,
Exactly.
I hope I don't get into trouble with the listeners.
We are free here. It's unrestricted, right? And with that, what is your vision, like your company's vision and mission? What is it that you want to do? Before we get to the why you're doing it, what is it that you are wanting to do? What is it that when you wake up you say, okay, this is what we want to do as EmakhayaTech?
Okay, and let Thabiso answer that. But before he answers it, I'll give you a brief history how we came about because before the vision, there's a problem trying to solve.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's gonna get into the why. So that's gonna answer the why. Let's start with the what first before we get to the why, so that everybody that is following us can have a full idea or can have the knowledge to know, oh, so this is EmakhayaTech, this is what they do, and this is why they started it. So let's have the young man with the afro there tell us what what the mission is.
So in a nutshell, I think there's many reasons, right? But the first that comes to mind is basically we want to make a difference. We want to add value back to the communities that have made us who we are. Mthokozisi made a very good point about who he is. If you can think, going back to the name of Emakhaya, Emakhaya is home. It's not just everywhere else, but it's where home is. And if you think about the importance of home, it's basically where we all go back to. And for us, what we want to do with EmakhayaTech, is to give back to to those communities that we not only come from but identify with, and we hope to do that using technology. So I hope that kind of like gives an overview of.
Yeah, it really did, and it also speaks to charity begins at home. Before you go clean the outside, you start here at home, and you give, because most of us, when you give out, you give to people far. You forget about home, and then upha abantu abangaphandle. So I'm impressed that you guys actually thought of, let us take it back home, let us start at home, so that after home benefits, then we can branch out and go into the cities don't really need that much, but I guess that's why you guys are doing it in Emakhaya. Okay, so then the why was it so important for you guys to come up with this or to do this? Why is it so important? Why is it something that you felt needed to be done?
Okay, cool.
Mthokozisi.
My turn.
Yeah, you get a chance. He gets a chance.
Yeah. It's a sad story to narrate, actually, because as we are engaging here, at some point we all come from the rurals.
Yeah.
But we are all sitting in the cities using this technology to engage, which in a way the people in the cities have better access to. However, you'll also realize that come December time, these cities are empty. Everyone is at home. And then that is where you face the reality of poverty of your next door neighbor.
Yeah.
You come in there, you say, how? We are still staying in that place, you know? We come there and boost and with our German cars, with our everything, as if everything is fine, you know?
Yeah.
And then we go back and we leave them. So I'll make an example. Say Thabiso Ntuli and I, Emakhaya, back in the days. That is a fact. We grew up together, we had the same vision. You can get, he wanted to be a doctor, whatever it is, they had the same vision. And when we're sitting there, we're not on the same level. And he's got the same qualifications as me, but he's just not as lucky as I am. So there's a lot of unemployed graduates sitting at home.
True.
And the unfortunate cycle around the rat race, I won't call it the rat race per se, but the design of a black child is very sad because you get your NSFAS or a loan at the bank to just get that education degree.
Yeah.
Right? Then once you get that education degree, the first thing you think of is I'll take any job because of the responsibilities you have.
Yeah.
Right? And you look for these internships. Say you are lucky. Say you are lucky, you get this 12 months internship. But you took anything, not necessarily what you wanted to do, but because you wanted to feed home as well and pay back the loans that you have. So you're already starting at minus 100 and I don't know how many steps you're up behind. You know?
Black text.
Exactly. I won't even say that because
we're not even at black text yet. We just still funding the memes.
I need to pay this loan. I need to say they give you a stipend of 3.5 for whatever it is that they give. You still need a place to rent. You still need to, because whenever you're getting this internship, you're not getting it at home in the rural. You're getting it in the city. You need to eat. You need to pay the loan. You need to give a little bit of to rent to mom or go or a car, and you're left with nothing.
Yeah.
And then the internship unfortunately ends. And then you look for another one. Because there's no jobs, because you've got no experience. There are over jobs. You know? I automate now. I don't need people to come and type the same thing. Just put that in the machine does it. Next, move on.
Yeah.
So those are the challenges of a black man, if I can put it that way. Now, what happens next is, can't find an internship, I go back home. There are two things that I'm doing there. I get bored. Let me have one beer. It's stress. It's drugs. You name it. Now I'm a father, I'm 21 years old, and I can't even feed this child. I'm sitting with a degree here. I've got nothing to do with it. I'm in crime now. Singing flat, but come December, our Thabiso is here, he's back with his German engineering. I pretend like I'm fine. Hey man, how are you? So I thought there's a lot of that. There's a lot of CVs, for example, the company that I told you earlier that I look after. A lot of CVs that I get, and I see the addresses where the people come from. I see the internships. The person does 4, 5, 10 internships. So I understand why.
Yeah.
And when you need to hire this person, I got my experience, because when you look at what they've been doing just to survive. You understand? But this person is got a brain.
Yeah.
This person, instead of sitting there at home,
distinctions and everything.
Yes. And thinking about a job.
Yeah.
We say at EmakhayaTech, why don't you come up with an idea while you're sitting at home? Look at the challenges around you as you're sitting at home, and use technology to improve people's lives around you. Remember, entrepreneurship is not about making money. It's about making a difference.
Solving problems.
You're solving the problem.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
There's simple things that we are used to in the cities, like a normal Uber Eats, right? Oh, when you get home, yo, where can I get? You
first need to walk.
You want to drive 20 km to wherever, but there are many things like that is nice. Oh, yes, to Mamola or what if I press something on the phone and do my order by the time I get there? Yes, you know, you think about those things. Now, they can't go up and down the hills, you know. What can you do to help them get their pills faster? You know?
Healthcare.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. You've already touched on to what was going to be my next question. So you will like we're here in sync. The rapport is just there.
Where you going? So we already picked up that you said you wanted the what?
Yeah.
Why? So we know there's gonna be a how.
Oh, okay. So you're dealing with me, the 4 bumps on the chair. Wow. Okay. So the how.
Summary. That was the sad story that I wanted to tell you. How, why EmakhayaTech?
Yeah.
We don't know the problems around you, but you, instead of sitting down there and think the world is against you, instead of waiting for government to, because government doesn't have jobs. During COVID, many people lost jobs.
Yeah.
You know, you have to create your own jobs, really, you know? Just think about that's just hiring that one person. That one person will hire another person. And so it's an endless loop.
Yeah.
You know? So that's the essence of EmakhayaTech. That's the backbone. Yeah.
The backbone.
Yeah, let's create our own economy. You know, let's create our own ideas. Let's speak to us. Uber doesn't speak to us, by the way. Uber doesn't speak to us. It speaks to a certain type of, that's why it started somewhere. Yeah. We're always adopting American technology. We are talking through an American technology. Yeah.
So you want something indigenous, something that will come from home.
Something that speaks to us.
By the people.
I may not have the many ideas, but who sees somewhere in Limpopo there, he's got a great idea around his community, he knows it better than me. Who just come up with your concept, let's help you implement it. That's all.
And what I just want to touch on that, what he's saying is very important in that, you know, we're dealing with a lot of things currently, you know, in the world over, and one of them is as simple as, you know, an identity crisis, right? We're always looking for ideas outside of ourselves, outside of our environments, and what that does basically is more than cost us financially. You know, it doesn't speak to the core issues that, you know, we have, right? So what we are saying is the people that have the lived experience of the challenges that we are seeing are actually best equipped to come up with the best and most realistic solutions, right? There are a few things that are missing. It's almost like, you know, having, you know, a meal that's just missing some spices. You know, we just need some extra spices, extra ingredients.
Some seasoning.
We just need some, you know, if I can say, some ET seasoning, some EmakhayaTech spices. You know what I mean?
True. Who are the who built that Casimir?
For sure. Yeah. You told me.
Yeah. This guy, instead of sitting at home, mind you, he self-taught himself. You know, instead of sitting at home and blaming everyone else, he went there, researched a bit of programming, researched a bit of this, and he said, listen, everybody, here's a platform for you to sell all your stuff.
It's a direct idea.
So, and Emakhaya, as I say, it's not really rural only, it's also semi-rural. Semi-rural will be your townships. There's businesses there, and the townships are booming now. Malls are being in every township. That's an opportunity for any technology next to a mall.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, you guys are clever. Yes, you nifuna ukungishaya 2 steps ahead, but no, I got you. Because now I'm taking it back. I'm owning it back. You know. Imusi somdala ngithi so kumele ngibonise ukuthi indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili. So with that said, you've touched on the what you do, why you're doing it, and somehow the how. So now I'm going to ask who actually gets to benefit out of this. When you said you're looking for people with ideas, so that Nina Lavatusa Hore, let's get these ideas, make them real. Let's make you, or let's assist you in realizing those ideas. So who are these people with ideas that you're looking for? Is it any, like, can I just come up and say, idea, or is there qualifying criteria? Well, how do you actually go about in selecting these people that have these ideas, and how do you decide which idea is worth you getting into it?
We had a debate on the same day on Saturday with the fellow directors.
Yeah.
And the notion within the leadership is, as a start, can we have guys that have at least an idea of what ICT is?
Okay.
So it become a burden too much. However, my notion is there's no bad idea.
Yeah.
As long as you put your mind to it, because we've got a selection process anyway. We've got we will select. We will come and present your idea to us. There's going to be like a dragon den type of thing. We interrogate you. Have you thought through these things? So it's not like listen. There's a lot of guys that have ideas and already started, and they stop in the middle. You know, they stop in the middle because what happens next? I don't have money and all that. You know, there's a the world has moved from owning a server, owning a computer, owning
the job.
It's all you can move faster. So Tina, we are there to assist you, get you to the right. Like we've said, I mean, between both of us alone, experience in software development is over 20 years. You know, so we know exactly what you need, which step you need to take, who to talk to in the industry to help you. So we do have partners that help us. Say, for example, you have an idea that talks to transport.
Yeah.
And then there's a company that builds transportation software. So we'll take you to those guys. They will help you. They'll mentor you. You get your idea out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to add on to what my brother here in Togo is saying, right? So you asked, I think your question was actually quite loaded, you know?
Yeah,
it was quite loaded. Yeah. I just wanna I think we need to like just break it down and set the picture clear, because I think the first two questions that we took, we intentionally took a helicopter view, but I think maybe now we just need to go into the guts of, what it is, because you asked, I think, critical questions, the how and the who, And I think Mthokozisi gave us a nice intro into it. I just want to go a little bit deeper.
Go deeper.
So in the how, right? One of the things that we realized is that we have graduates that qualify and they go out to the market, like Mthokozisi was saying, right? They are looking for job opportunities, right? They're sending out their CVs, right? There's a gap there, right? We are not getting, if I link this back to what we are trying to achieve, right, is to make an impact and is to give people opportunities, right? There's a gap in that we know that right now there's someone sitting somewhere in Emakhaya with an idea, they've got an idea, they just don't know how, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think where we are actually planning to make an impact is to solve the question of how, and also, is to solve the question of how by first identifying and finding, these ideas, these bright minds that we so desperately need to solve the problems that we have, right? Create a vehicle, right? Give them the opportunity to not just look for work, but to turn the ideas that they have into solutions.
Mm-hmm.
And also, by so doing, we also want to, like I said, with the experience that we have, the future work that we need to do, find, investors, people that will assist us to actually empower these candidates that are coming on board, right? So we are saying, come with your ideas, right? We are working on an engine, we're working on a vehicle. We're calling it an incubation hub.
Incubation,
right? Yeah, incubation hub, right? We want to give you a space to exercise your ideas, right? But obviously there's a criteria. I think I'll let Ntuli touch on, how that process goes and stuff. But we're not obviously going to take just any idea, right? We that's where we are aiming to, play a part in finding those ideas, and the best ones will make the cut. And once we found an idea, a candidate that meets those criteria, we then do the hard work. We don't do the hard work. You do the hard work, right? Because remember, you're not coming to us to look for work. You're coming to us to bring this idea to life. And what we are doing is we empower it, we hook you up with the people, resources, and whatnot. That's the goal, that's the dream, that's what we plan to do. And hopefully, we create we basically create a vehicle that takes candidates from point A to B, and they run with it, right? That's it, right? Sure. So that's the how, and the who basically is what Mthokozisi was saying, is that we want to start small, take baby steps. We know that we have a lot of ICT graduates. We come from that space. We understand the journey and all of that. So that's where we want to start. But we also know that there's someone out there who didn't even get the opportunity to go to school, to tertiary, but they've got the idea, they've got, somewhat an understanding. In the field that we are in, these days it's quite easy to be self-taught. We've got YouTube, we've got all of that stuff, So I think I've touched on a lot. I don't know if you want to expand on things, but hopefully, we've kind of like gone a bit deeper and sort of like given the picture of what EmakhayaTech looks like in reality.
Yeah, so ideally our target market is unemployed ICT graduates.
Okay.
Because in my view, those are the people at the tip of, if I may call it, low self-esteem where they are. I've done this degree, I've done this, now I'm sitting at home.
Yeah.
So all we're saying is, don't let your skill that you've learned go to waste. We've got 2 programs that we are running.
Yeah.
One is our bridging and incubation program. Where we take you in for 12 months. We help you understand your idea, what steps you need to prepare you. And then during this preparation, we also teach you entrepreneurship, because we are preparing you to be the business owner of your idea. You understand?
Yeah.
So, and then once the 12 months is over, we sort of cut the umbilical cord to say goodbye, you're on your own. However, for the next 3 years, EmakhayaTech is still part of you to see this through, because it depending on the size of the idea and the app, But the 12 months is very key into the preparation mentally for the person to understand what they need to do to get their idea reality.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes, I've been developing an app now for 12 months myself. I still can't get it to market.
Yeah.
Because every time there's obstacles, because technology constantly changes. You can't release something that is a year old.
Yeah.
In terms of tech, people are already doing other things. So it's people that will help them with that, you know. So, and mind you, will compensate them during this process. Instead of sitting, they can still continue to give Mamu to run the car and all those things. So that's a huge benefit around that. Okay, because there's many ideas around this that we always get. We've been getting a lot of it's busy. Some won't make a cut, but they almost make the cut. That's where they qualify to go to the second program. And which I said we've got 2 programs.
2 programs, yeah.
Yeah. So leadership and training. So you're not in nothing. It's an internship within the idea. So what is that? You will not execute the idea on your own. Say you're a team of 4. It's a very confusing program. But it's a very easy program, actually.
Yeah.
Because developing a software requires hands.
For sure.
Developing whether it's a machine that you came up with, it needs hands. So we will pick from these similar ideas because there are similar things. To say, listen, Thabiso's idea came up tops. We are giving an opportunity for you guys to work together to help them implement this thing. Because you also have a knowledge of how you understand what they're trying to build. And you also go through the same program of understanding entrepreneurship and all that. Because we're only taking 3, I think. Yeah. We're taking 3 guys or 3 groups. It may be a group as well that came up with an idea.
Yeah.
3 guys or 3 groups. However, we may take a further 10 interns as well. So in a nutshell, we're giving opportunities to over 15 people in a year that we're going to be looking at.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah. So
big.
Yeah. So even though we will not advertise the second program, our main program is the one where we incubate you for your idea. We incubate you for your business. Then we take you further to running on your own and running your own business and changing the lives of people.
Yeah.
Okay. But here on ManUp, we are South African, so only 11 languages are welcome. So for my next one, so that I can hit you below the knees. I can really my questions are loaded. So you've touched on the who, or like on the criteria, the selection criteria, right? And I think when we had a conversation earlier, is there an age restriction to this, or anybody, even somebody in pension can just come apply, or is it for the youth 18 to 35? Is there an age for these people, or you're just taking anybody? We already know the other criteria for them as at least have a qualification or know something about ICT, and but the age, we forgot the age. How old must these people be? But there's somebody sitting out there, maybe we're excited, it's like, oh yes, I have this, and they're 45 years old. Or somebody's like, oh yes, I can do this, and they are 12 years old. So what is the age, the age thingy that you're looking at?
Preferable youth in my view, because those will be ICT graduates.
Yeah.
And we are specific also, because the younger ones have the ideas quicker. However, if you are there and you are 40 or 36 or whatever, and then just get your young team around you and let them do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very biased again because I'm an innovator myself, and I know over the youth, so I don't qualify. But remember, we're trying to create jobs. The youth unemployment is very high. You know, so that's the real gap we're trying to bridge as well. You know. Yeah. So preferable, we want the youth to create jobs for the youth.
You think at age, Mtho? And he said, remember Saturday we were having this debate and you're like, Mina, I'm say youth. Like, yo, we want to youth. So are we all here youth or put your specs we are youth? What is the age thinking for you?
I think this is a very...
Buela takatao.
2000 are like, you hot man, by the way. No, I think that's an important question, you know, and maybe we need to be more specific, you know. I don't think that we actually would turn away a very brilliant idea. But, you know, when I say we're specific is that, you know, we actually trying to, you know, solve the unemployment, youth unemployment.
Which is 18 to 35.
Yeah, you know, it's 18 to
35. Finally you say it. Like 18 to 35. Thabiso was giving us a story there to get to the age. The numbers.
Yeah. No, okay, 18 to 25 is
35 is you.
18 to 35.
Yeah, that's
okay,
you.
Cool. Right.
So, according to South African law or to government or to whatever, 18 to 35 is the youth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I missed it by just a week. I was 35 last week. So it's.
But anyway, look, I think what we would like to highlight here is that our primary, if we had to have a priority of, you know, who's the most important here, we'd say the younger, you know, the younger the better, you know. But of course, some people mature like fine wine, you know, they cross over the youth, brigade, and then they just come up with these ideas. You know, we are not going to turn away ideas. Remember, there's a process, right? And you can come up with a brilliant idea, but like you said, a 12-year-old or an 18-year-old can come up with a better idea. You know, your brilliant idea doesn't mean that it's impossible to achieve. Right?
Yeah.
It just means that it will be pitted against this other idea and that other idea and that other idea. Eventually, we are going to, you know, get to a point where we say, okay, this is what is achievable according to the goals that we've set for ourselves, the vision that we have, and all of that. And we're not saying that ideas that are turned down or that don't succeed are not good enough. It's just that there will be a process, and once all of that kicks in, right, stuff will be filtered out. So I think at this point in time, the floodgates are literally open, you know, for the youth, you know, to apply. Because we are young too, you know, we can relate. We are at that golden age, really, where, you know, we can actually relate to the youngins, you know, the 2000 and the oldies that are like, you know, I won't mention any names, but, you know, I'm just saying that there's people that are over. So we can
doing challenges on social media.
So I think we feel that, you know, we don't want to discriminate on age, but you know, our target market is the youth, and that's who we are talking to right now. We want, you know, those young ones, not just at heart, but, you know, yeah, give us those ideas, guys.
No.
Yeah. And now we can hear.
Kira, not soccer age youth, but youth. My next one was gonna be, is this gender specific, or are both genders welcome to be part of this?
Oh, no. There's no discrimination. No gender, race. It doesn't matter.
The reason I ask is that some of the programs that are out there, they will be specific to say, this is only available for young boys, or this is only available for young ladies and stuff. So it's important that when we give out this information, we give out all the information. That we can't give all. There'll always be questions, but at least we need people to be aware that, okay, oh, I'm a girl, I can still apply. Oh, I'm a guy, I can still apply. So we just had to clear them. But are you guys aware that we are almost at the end? Like the way the thing, it feels like it's just only been 20 minutes.
And we've just touched the surface, I think.
But I guess that was the aim of tonight, just to scratch the surface, just to put ourselves out there to say, listen up, we are EmakhayaTech, and this is what we are all about. And of course, we are also saying there is a possibility of us coming back again. I see a smile there. There's a possibility of us coming back again to give out further details, because now we've introduced ourselves. Now we come for the body. When you wrote an essay, there was an introduction, there was a body, and then a conclusion, right? So now we've just done the introduction. So obviously you need to come back for the body, right? So you've given out all these specifics and all the details how do then people submit these applications, or how do people get hold of you to if they've got many other questions? Of course, in the comments here, we will post your contact details, your whatever, that information that people can get hold of you on. But for the purpose of application, how do people submit those, or how do people actually say, hello, I'm here, look at me, I come back? So how do people that are interested get hold of you guys and actually make sure that their applications are submitted?
Okay, cool. On our website, there's a button or a link called Apply.
So What's your website?
Oh, EmakhayaTech.co.za.
You see, wow. .EmakhayaTech. You can't just say on our website. People don't know what website.
No, we are speaking it into existence. You see that.
Halala.
Yeah.
It's
so
like
on the website.
I'm saying our website is Vodacom.
Yeah.
Oh,
excuse me. Labels. So on the website, EmakhayaTech.co.za.
Yeah. So they can go there. They can read up about the program that we spoke about. There's a lot of content to just understand what the whole EmakhayaTech is all about. And apply button there where you can just. It's very simple. You tell us your idea, and we look at it, and then you just submit. It's very easy. Or if you feel you are even a step further, more than anyone, you can email us at applications@emakhayatech.co.za. We also available on social media, so you can, if you want to chat, you didn't hear something, something's unclear, EmakhayaTech, NPC, non-profit company. Facebook, the same, EmakhayaTech, NPC. There's Twitter, which is not so busy, but Facebook.
I actually went through your socials earlier, and not that busy, especially your Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter is not for this. Actually, we should actually remove it. It's not for this. Twitter is for, I don't know, I'm a celebrity.
Yeah.
And actually, Twitter is a good place to market your businesses, because it has so many people there. And once you tweet it, anybody can find it.
The only problem,
don't want to be cancelled yet. Twitter is like
Twitter is
that want to be cancelled.
If you want to make they say there's no bad publicity, right?
Yeah.
But Twitter, it can take one person to just say a bad thing about you.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Then,
I'll school you guys on Twitter.
Yeah,
So, so across all social media, your handles are EmakhayaTech NPC. Emakhaya being EmakhayaTech TECH. EmakhayaTech NPC. All right, that was a lovely one. So before we go, is there any parting words that you'd like to give maybe to anybody that's listening there, maybe a word of encouragement or something that you feel, you know what, if I had time, I would have said this. This is that time. I'm giving you that time to say anything that you would have wanted to say.
Thabiso, you need an hour.
And I'm not giving him an hour.
No. Okay, I'll be brief, but I think I'll let Mthokozisi to close it off. I think, you know, we are in a very important time of our lives in society. We've got the pandemic, you know, we don't know if we'll have a third wave or not. There's just a lot of uncertainty around us, you know. But, you know, I think that we also need to, you know, turn some of those negatives into positives. We can't rely on the government to solve our problems. They can only do so much. And I think that, you know, as a people, as South African people, especially Black people, we are capable. You know, we are more than capable of achieving that which we are destined to achieve. We just need to believe in ourselves, you know. We need to look inside. We need to look, you know, next in our surroundings, and we'll find the answers, you know. I think that we just need to be positive. So to anybody that's looking at this and, you know, they feel that, you know, they've got the idea or they want to take a shot, you know, try it. When you don't have nothing, you know, it's like, what do you have to lose, you know? Or when you are at the bottom, you know, there's nowhere else to go but up. So
all the way up.
All the way up, right? So, and we literally started from the bottom. Now we're here, but we want to go up. So you know, that's my parting shot. My parting shot is that we don't have it all ourselves. We don't have it figured out. So if you're out there, you're also feeling like it's a bit, you know, but you're not sure, you know, but, you know, we just need to start. So let's walk the journey together. Today is one of many. Let's see what tomorrow holds. And yeah, let's just take it one day at a time and start investing in ourselves, explore those opportunities. I know that there's a lot of creative ideas out there. So let's connect, you know, let the combos connect and let's do something about it.
Yeah.
Peace.
I told you an hour.
I was just getting started.
Is that you saying it's closed for the both of you? Okay, we'll definitely bring you back alone, Nthokozisi, so that you can have the whole hour to close.
Mina, I'll be brief. I'll just leave the youth with one thing in their mind to think of tonight. One of them is nobody owes you anything. Stand up and work for yourself. A life lived in fear is never fully lived. That's all.
A life lived in fear is never lived. Yeah, you man. So guys, thank you so much. This is from me to you. It's supposed to be a heart. I know these 2000 do it nicer. Oh, there, got it finally. Thank you for joining us. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and well done on this thing that you have started. We are speaking it into existence, which is going to grow and be big and make the desired impact. And when you guys started it, you had a vision in mind, Akere. You know exactly what it is that you wanted to do. We are here. It's going to be that and bigger. It's gonna blow up bigger than you guys have ever imagined. It's been said that if your dream does not scare you enough, then it's not big enough. If it does not scare you, it is not big enough. And I am speaking it into existence again that you will find all the support that you need, the funding more especially because we need funds to run these things. And that and make more doors open, more doors open so that you guys can do this, that which has been placed in your heart. So with that said and done, thank you guys. Thank you so much. And to the viewers and the listeners, thank you for joining us yet again for another episode of ManUp with Tshidi Lethwane. We shall be back again Ka7 next week. You guys, I wish you well, and we shall have a chat offline. For now, we are just saying bye-bye to the viewers.
You can't apply.